Garnon sitting next to me. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing so well, thanks.
Thank you. Fantastic. Thanks for coming in this morning. Now, you're an RN, owner-founder of Revive Well Tahoe. What is that? So
Revive Well Tahoe is an IV hydration clinic, and we're basically providing a service and people need hydration. So a lot of times people are dehydrated, or maybe they go out and have too much fun and had a little bit too much to drink and need some recovery. So that's where we can come in and we can do mobile or in-office services and provide that for everybody.
That's awesome. So the benefits of IV therapy, you talk about maybe people need hydration or maybe been out, and what does IV therapy and vitamin injection, what can it provide for people?
Yeah, so it's basically like an IV hydration. It's a bag of fluids that we get intravascular access, and it's straight fluids right into the bloodstream, so it's 100% absorbable. It's really quick and easy, and it can be a little nerve-wracking, but I assure you, like, it's a little quick prick of the needle and then a little tube inside your vein, and that's where the fluid can go into, and all the vitamins and things. So it's classically known for, you know, the hangover cure. People go out, have too much to drink, they're super dehydrated, have a headache, they're nauseous, so we can give them all sorts of vitamins and medications that can help with that. But I think a lot of times what I didn't even really realize when I started the business is the altitude sickness is such a big thing for us up here, especially for our visitors. And you know, you plan this vacation and you spend all this time and money, and you get here and you just don't feel very well. You're nauseous, fatigued, you know, maybe some brain fog. So it's so great for that, because hydration is such a huge part of altitude sickness. So and it's a quick recovery. It's like within 15-20 minutes people are already feeling so much better.
Yeah, how long does one of these take?
So it can take anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour. It just depends on the bag of fluid. I'll either do like a half liter, which is 500 mLs of fluid, or a full liter, just depending on what you really need. If it's the vitamins that you need more, we can do a smaller bag, so it's a quicker 20 to 30 minutes process maybe.
Awesome.
If you're really dehydrated, we could do the full bag of fluid with all the goodies inside. So yeah,
cool.
it could be pretty quick.
Yeah. And budgeting for something like this, let's talk about that.
Yeah, budgeting. So I guess it just depends on what your priorities are. You know, I also offer consultations for people to come in and talk to me about lifestyle, what's your diet like, what exercise, stress, sleep. We got to have those foundations really dialed in, and then from there we can kind of decide what you need. It could be a magnesium deficiency, so maybe we add a little bit more magnesium, and that can be either a quick injection or maybe supplementation orally, or talking about a customized IV treatment. So
cool.
We do offer a membership now, so memberships are a little bit cheaper. You get some fun perks and discounts, and you can come in more regularly, and I think that's where people really notice the differences when they can have this, because 75% of us are chronically dehydrated. We're not drinking enough fluids,
right.
And sometimes just regular water isn't cutting it. You need those electrolytes and minerals to pull the fluids back into the cells so you can really feel good, so your head can think clearly, so you can sleep better, so you can exercise better, you know, make better food choices, all around.
Totally.
Great for health and wellness.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, it's all part of the integrative whole. What inspired you to start all this?
Yeah, so I think a little bit of a selfish business, honestly, just because I wanted it more for myself and my family, because I've seen it so beneficial for especially my mom. She, anytime she travels, she gets really bad altitude sickness, and so if we can give her an IV before her travel, and when she gets home, she recovers from the altitude so much quicker, and she's back on her feet within a day, opposed to 3 or 4 days on the couch. So that has been really huge.
That's really cool.
But it's just everyone can, it's good for everybody, any you know, walk of life. It just, so it's really great to help the community in a little bit different way than my normal RN job, you could say. so it's been really awesome and inspiring to just help people on a greater level.
So you said you were offering memberships. Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about how people can get one of those.
So there's 2 memberships that we're offering primarily right now. The Essential membership is $189, and that gets you the basic Myers cocktail, or the Feel Well, which is our immunity boosting IV, or the Revive Well, which is good for either the hangover or altitude sickness. And a lot of my clients will come in monthly to get these infusions, or maybe a couple times a month, depending if they're starting to feel sick and they need just a little boost of immunity, or if they're about to travel, especially any sort of international travel. It's so good for before and after, because not only is it hydrating you before your trip, but it's also boosting your immune system. So even for us, when we leave on vacation, we could use those benefits as well.
Totally.
Yeah, and then if you get migraines, or if you have some PMS symptoms, we have IV infusions that can help with that. even if you just need a quick B12 shot. So we offer those in different packages for those as well. And then the premium IV is more for, we have some other more pricier infusions for like some anti-aging. We call it the Age Well or the Do Well for our athletes, either post or pre or post athletic events. Those are really popular too. And then if you want to do the membership, we also offer discounts on add-ons and additional injections and infusions.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can also see you at the Rock Tahoe Half Marathon, Celebrity Golf, Death Ride, and the Lake Tahoe Marathon. Stephanie, thank you very much for joining us
thank
this
you so much
morning.
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Stephanie in from Revive Well Tahoe.